Press.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A shot from earlier as the Miami team bus arrived at the arena. The players gearing up for a tough contest away from home. Thanks everyone for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Miami Heat. Hi everyone, this is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Butler out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Derrick Rose, and it's the great one in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Cleveland, Garland runs point with Mitchell at the 2. Mobley and Allen, the combo out front. And it's Strus in at the small forward position. Pretty interesting backcourt match. Matchup here, Grant, with a lot of star power at the guard positions on both sides.
And you know, traditionally, BA, when big guys match up, it's all about the power. But this contest is about finesse. Who can outplay and outsmart the competition?
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Here's the great one. Drives to the hoop, and that one is stuffed right through.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Now here's Garland. Outside Strus. Back to Allen. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Strus. Over Butler. And it's blocked by Butler. And so the ball out of bounds. Strus touched it last. Here's the great one. From outside the arc. Drills it from deep. The great one's got 5 now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Garland. Up top, Allen. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here we go. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
A one-handed tomahawk. That's a guaranteed highlight, BA.
Check out the bench. They flew out of their seats after that. Now a timeout called by Cleveland. Well, we always hear about Heat culture. How would you define it, Brent?
Well, I think what they do is just find guys who are hungry. And then they do a great job of starving you during the year. And what I mean by that is just making it competitive. You're going to earn everything you get if you're a member of the Miami Heat, and that includes playing time.
Now here's Garland. In his last outing, he had 11 points.
And Jimmy Butler has incredible defensive instincts. Great timing on that block.
This one for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
Rose against Garland. Pass to Mobley. Fast break, Miami. Here's the great one. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Pushing it up now. Here's Wade. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Miami.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break will add to your total in a hurry.
From deep, Rose nails it from three.
You know, a pretty easy solution to stopping this run would be to get back on defense. It's pretty simple.
Cleveland calls timeout. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Garland against Rose. And it's stolen by Rose. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Wade. Here's the great one. Allen defending.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now the Cavaliers with it. Nothing up yet on the scoreboard for him. Mitchell, the pass to Mobley. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here's Butler outside. And the Heat, another three.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Rose against Garland. Oh, they get a hand on it. Now here's Antetokounmpo. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive.
That's fun to see the handles coming out there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, how do you stop a near 7-footer who's got some dribble skills like that?
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Here's Wade, checked by Mitchell. Pass to the great one. Lets it go from deep. And the Heat, another three.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Garland for 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Butler with the bucket.
Yeah, their offense is really humming right now. They just can't miss.
For Cleveland, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. It's a one-on-one situation. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Here's Wade. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Well, Grant, the playoffs are on the horizon. We're almost there. Can you taste postseason basketball?
I can taste it, I can smell it, I can feel it. There's nothing like the NBA play. The level of basketball is just incredible, and lots of teams have a shot this year, so it'll be fun to see how it all plays out.
And what you love about the Cavs, on most nights, they take really good shots, Grant.
They do, B.A. I mean, I love the way they work the ball into the painted area, and even their guards are constantly penetrating, getting into the paint, creating for themselves and their teammates.
Three-pointer. And the Heat, another three.
Hey, they're causing turnovers, and then they're taking advantage at the other end.
Wade's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Outside Mitchell. On the wing, Strus to win the drought. Rebounded by Butler.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Mitchell with the ball. Picked up by Rose. Outside Strus. Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant one there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. Both shots good from the strike. Pass to Garland. Shots blocked. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
Remains Cleveland ball.
A different look for Cleveland. Karis LeVert's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Merrill in for Darius Garland. Just 5 to shoot. Ooh, poked away. Launches it from deep. The shot by LeVert, no good. Miami dominating the game. Pass to the gray one. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Heat making their last shot. Here's Wade. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Here's Merrill. The Heat making their last shot. Mobley against Antetokounmpo, and that'll be Cleveland's ball as it goes out of bounds. Cavs keep possession here. Morris, he's checked in for Cleveland. Okoro comes in for Strus. Mobley outside. 5 on the clock. Here's LeVert. Antetokounmpo with the block.
And Giannis erasing that shot with his length. Shooters have to beware of where Giannis is.
Here's Mobley. The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
From deep, Rose. And again, Miami with a triple.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Pass to Merrill. Morris on the wing to end the run. And it's Miami with a rebound. Here's the great one. 16 points for him. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Cleveland has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Okoro. Here's Mobley. 6 on the shot clock. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at the Cavaliers, they're in the same slot, number 4.
Checking out Miami, they've been such a welcome surprise. Not many people thought they could be this good, but they continue to relish the role of underdog.
Here's Wade. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
They've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Now here's LeVert. That one rolls around and rims out.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses. Stay out of the way!
Wow!
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Mobley. Blocked! Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Miami dominating the game. Here's the great one. And the Heat, another 3.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
The great one's got all 3 threes to fall. Dead-eye shooting. Merrill passes to LeVert. And here is Morris. Still no points. The shot by LeVert, no good.
This is not his quarter. He needs to give up some touches and recalibrate.
And what really separates Jimmy Butler as a player is competitive fire, Brett.
B.A., you see that wall over there? Go ask Jimmy to run through it. Guess what? He'll do it twice. He'll go through it one way, turn around, and come back. I mean, this guy has got incredible willpower, and when the stakes are highest, he's at his best.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Rose, the pass to Wade. The shot is good, and the assist by Rose. Wade's got 15.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
LeVert with the ball. 20 points for him last game against the Pacers at Indianapolis. Another steal.
2 minutes.
Fast break. Here come the Heat.
2 minutes.
Wade, the pass to Butler. Driving to the basket, and it's Butler with the jam.
That's a little something special from Jimmy Butler. They're serious elevation.
Butler's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. Here's LeVert. Rebounded by Butler.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Another assist in the career of D. Rose.
.125 left now in the first quarter. Merrill passes to Morris. And he lobs it up top. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. From behind the arc. The great one can't get it to go. LeVert outside to the paint. Here's Mobley. Banked it in off the glass.
A Swiss Army knife talent, LeVert is very skilled at setting the table for his teammates.
Here's the great one. Covered by Mobley. The great one. Drops in the 3. The great one's got 26 points.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And Butler with the block.
You gotta love how much effort Dwayne Wade puts into the defensive end of the floor with blocks like that. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's Merrill. He's scoreless. Morris outside. We've got 13 seconds left in the opening quarter. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Miami ball.
And so the ball out of bounds. Morris touched it last. There's 10 seconds left in the opening quarter. Out to the right wing.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds. The Cavs will take it.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
5 ticks left in the first. Here's Mobley. The jumper from the wing off target. And so it's Miami showing no mercy and just piling it on. Looking dominant and focused right now. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
It's simple. When you can protect the rim the way they have, it's a big advantage.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland runs point with Mitchell at the 2. Marcus Morris out there with Jared Allen. And it's Strus in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Oh, and Bryant with a block. And he jams it home with authority.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Knocked away. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's Westbrook. And jams it home. Westbrook.
Well, the anticipation for steals that Westbrook shows, I mean, maybe playing point guard paying off on the defensive end to help create that fast break.
And this summer, one of the Heat's own, Dwayne Wade, inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, Brent.
What an amazing big game performer Dwayne Wade was during his entire career. 13-time All-Star, 3-time champion. And he brought the organization their first title. That just says it right there. Dwayne Wade, the foundation, the rock of the Miami Heat.
Jordan with the bucket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Now here's Garland. Yet to see a basket. Oh, Westbrook with a block.
And Russell just bringing it right now on defense.
Here's the great one. And the Heat, another 3.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Pass to Allen. Morris outside. Back to Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball himself for the finish. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Heat making their last shot. Here's Garland. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Garland out there doing a great job creating space with the handle, playing with some confidence.
Bryant outside. Launches it. And the Heat, another three.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Garland, the pass to Allen. Throws it up high, and it's Allen who slams it home.
You could put that ball just about anywhere for Jared Allen. Puts those long arms to great use.
Well, the saying is defense wins championships. But in this day and age, don't you need both?
No question, B.A., you definitely do. I mean, we've seen plenty of great defenses flame out in the playoffs because they couldn't put up points. Defense alone isn't enough. You need a balance of both.
First free throw is good. Derrick Rose, he's checked in for Miami. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over, coming off that win against the Sixers.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
The Heat making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. And that's good as he hits both shots. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Outside Garland. The ball's knocked loose. Here's the great one. He's coming off a 25-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
I also thought he did a tremendous job in terms of timing in that game, swatting away some shots. Ended up with 3 blocks in that game.
Now here's Garland. And here we go, the Heat fast break. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And again, Miami with a triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Darius Garland has the talent to set the table and get his own. Coach Bickerstaff said, quote, Darius is really good first and foremost. He understands when it's time, when we call his number, and when it's time to get the other guys involved. We've been able to depend on him, and he's proven that the moment is never too big for him. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Good stuff. Now here's Jordan.
Everybody up for that one.
Goodness!
You could just feel that coming.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Here's Garland. Pass to Strus. And here we go, the Heat fast break.
That is what I'm talking about.
Wow. Oh, windmills in, a ferocious dunk.
The windmill flush. That is one nasty finish.
My goodness, the punch on that one. Wow. Now here's Garland. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. And another fast break opportunity for the Heat. Here we go. From deep, Jordan. And the Heat, another three.
I really like how they're controlling the pace in the open court.
And he's all alone. And here they go. Here's the great one. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
For Cleveland, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Now Strus, 11 points for him last game against the Pacers at Indianapolis.
And his court vision was sensational as well. He was making all the right decisions.
Fast break Miami. Jacks up a 3. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And Allen gets it to go.
And those are the kind of signs where Garland is improving his overall awareness to find teammates.
Well, the perfect frame for a modern defensive big man. Jared Allen at 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan.
Yeah, and he's able to move laterally and contest vertically. Not a lot of flash to his game. More than effective, though, and he is a linchpin for them inside.
Here's Strus, following the bucket by the Heat. On the wing, Bryant, covered by Strus. Oh, nice shot by Bryant.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Now here's Garland. He's got a clear path. Here's Westbrook, and finished. Off by Westbrook.
And he keeps diligently working hard to try and perfect that part of his game. Westbrook can't help but to make guys look a little foolish off the bounce.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Outside Strus. Morris, right side. Allen, the putback is no good.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
From deep, Jordan. And the Heat, another 3.
You can tell he's feeling it. Hasn't missed a single shot all quarter.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Outside Garland. Shot clock at 6. Mitchell. And another miss by Cleveland.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Number 19.
That one drops for him.
Assisted by
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
And here's Garland. Yet another steal from him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
Rocket fuel there, so explosive. Westbrook's a one-man wrecking crew.
And it's Garland with the ball for the Cavaliers. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Morris. There's the block. And that'll be Cleveland's ball as it goes out of bounds. Cavs keep possession here. And a new group getting ready for the Cavaliers. Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Morris. Okoro comes in for Strus. Karis LeVert's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Merrill in for Garland. And Miami with a change here too. Rose has checked in for Westbrook. Jordan against LeVert. Shot clock at 5. To stop the drought. It's hauled in by the Heat.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And there's the rejection. Rose outside. From deep. The rebound by Allen. And Cleveland shooting just 27% in the second quarter. Okoro passes to Mobley. No luck on that one.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
From deep, Rose. Counted from distance. Rose has got 11 points.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Here's Merrill. Still without a bucket. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Oh,
Over the
are
top.
you kidding me? Wow.
Amazing.
Man.
Oh, wow. Whips down the windmill jam. Rose has gotten all but one to fall. He's 5 of 6 now. LeVert outside. Pass to Allen. Stolen. Now here's Bryant. He's guarded closely. Here's the great one. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
At the line for the Heat. Number 19 at the line for 1.
Well, his body control is phenomenal. And his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Pass to Mobley. And it's rejected. And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last. .152 left to play in the second quarter. Rose, the pass to Jordan. Here's the great one. Oh, and he slams it down. Wow.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
So it's the Cavaliers now. The Heat making their last shot. Allen finds LeVert. Poke loose. And here's the fast break. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And really showing the athleticism, flying solo.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Pass to Allen. And there's the lob. Merrill passes to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
That's a great finish from J.A. High percentage look inside from a very high percentage shooter.
Rose with the bucket.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Pass to Allen. Here we go, all alone. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Here's Merrill, guarded by Rose. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Fires from deep. And again, Miami with a triple.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's LeVert. And another miss by Cleveland. Rose, the pass to the great one. On the take. And that one is hammered home.
And passes like this demonstrate Rose's unselfish attitude, which is why his teammates enjoy playing with him.
And so it's the Miami Heat, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Miami did not hesitate to set the pace. They ended up scoring 14 unanswered points, really doing damage early. The effort, the intensity, impressive. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, let's get your take on Miami.
Watching that half, they did a great job in transition. It's so hard to score in the half court when you let your defense set up. So anytime you get a chance, go. You go. Kind of reminds me of me in the day. That's why they call me the Jet. Jack. Get down the court fast as you can. Come on, man.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
They're not shooting it well so far. Actually, they've been terrible. But, fellas, I got an idea for them. Feed the post. Let the big man eat. Jeez.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And after a very lopsided... First half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Butler, and it's Rose in at the 1 spot. They double team Allen, and we're going to have a jump ball.
It will be a jump ball.
And so here is Miami. And it's Butler with the ball for the Miami Heat. Here's the great one. Lets it go from the wing. And again, it's Miami converting.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Garland. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. Garland's gone just 1 of 5 from the floor. Antetokounmpo for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Antetokounmpo has got 9.
The defense has to feel pretty helpless right now. Antetokounmpo showing he's got the talent to hit some of the more difficult shots out there.
Tipped away. Here's the break. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Pass to Allen. Oh, and just miss after miss right now. The Heat have gone 3 of 3 in the second half. And here's Butler outside. And the Heat, another 3.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Outside Strus. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Outside Garland. 5 to shoot. Here's Mobley. Here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Miami Heat.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence. Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Well, Brent, when you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, still one of the league's elite players.
Unbelievable, BA, the way he started off his career. You felt like there was an end to his improvement. That hasn't been the case. Just a strong work ethic, his desire to compete every day that he's in the gym, and the guy keeps getting better. That's scary.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Here's Garland. The Heat making their last shot. Outside Strus. Back to Garland. Uses the glass on the layup. Garland's gotten his second bucket on the night.
There you go, finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
Here's Butler. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
I just love the ball movement.
The Cavaliers have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Pass to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
How is that for a dunk? Allen throwing all his weight behind that one with that finish.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Number 9.
Good on the shot.
It's been a perfect start coming out of the half. I mean, you have to really love the execution.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Garland against Rose. Mobley deciding where to go with it. Back to Garland. Shot clock at 5. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in. Garland's got 6 points.
Pretty silky smooth floater from Garland that time.
And here's Butler outside. And again, Miami with a triple.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Another steal. Wade, the pass to the great one. Antetokounmpo, right side to the middle. Here's Butler. And Miami again with the bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
And here are the Cavaliers now, after the basket by Miami. Got a piece of it. Mitchell with the ball. A reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. All right, let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see which teams are leading the pack in steals right now. Number 1, the Heat.
And credit their relentless nature defensively for causing the mistakes. They apply a ton of pressure.
So it's Miami now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. From deep, Rose. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Now here's Garland. 6 points for him. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the dunk.
Typically, it takes Giannis one stride to get where he wants to go. And in that one stride, he's covering so much ground, you can't keep up with him.
And it's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Knocks it loose. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's Wade. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Here's Garland. On the wing, Mitchell. And another miss by Cleveland.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Cavaliers have that banner from 2016. Donovan Mitchell said, quote, "We want to bring another championship for this city. None of us are LeBron James, but we can do it as a group. Our goal is to win the title. The city has seen it once, and they'll hopefully see it again." Brian?
Well, they are a team to be reckoned with for sure. Thanks, Allie. A different look for Cleveland. Morris, he's checked in for Allen. Okoro comes in for Strus. And Karis LeVert is subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Now here's Rose. 19 points in the game.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
The Cavs have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Now Garland. Pass to Morris. Can they get it? Here's Mobley. Deflected. And they're able to recover. They retain possession. Clock at 4. Garland for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Antetokounmpo has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Mobley. Rose, the pass to the great one. And there's the drive. And they pick up 2. The great one's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Oh, once Rose feels like he has to step on the defense, he's ready for liftoff. What a slam.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Mobley outside. Levert passes to Garland. To the inside. The turnaround. Antetokounmpo with the block. Rose finds Butler. Here's the great one. Back to Butler. Down low. The fadeaway. Here's Antetokounmpo. Knocked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Merrill, he's checked in for Darius Garland.
For your Cavaliers, Sam Merrill.
Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. To get back on track. Good D by Rose. So it's Miami now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Fires in the triple. Antetokounmpo's got 12 points here in the second half.
Giannis can shoulder any load, and he's doing it here.
Mobley outside. Pass to Morris. Takes a three. Miami grabs the miss.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Here's Merrill. No points yet. Pass to Okoro.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Mobley. Antetokounmpo covering. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
1:57 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's the great one. And got it! Another basket!
And you had a feeling he might do it tonight. 40 points, and the record is now his.
The most 40-point games in a single season. An incredible, historic year from him.
The big scoring nights, something we see from him over and over.
Crossing the 40-point mark. Something we've come to expect. At home, on the road, it doesn't matter.
Okay, everyone, look who's running onto the court. Your Cavs powerhouse dance team. Show them some love, fans. That was your Cleveland Cavs mini.
Here's Levert. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Here's Okoro. Butler covering. Okoro, no good. Now here's Rose. He's got 24. Here's the great one. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, heady plays like that are what Jimmy Butler is all about. He knows where the defense is.
Here's Merrill. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. To halt the run. It's hauled in by the great one. The great one's got 4 rebounds now. And Rose has got the ball here for the Miami Heat. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Butler's shot is good.
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And the coaching staff loves the defensive intensity, and Rose proving to be a nuisance grabbing the steal.
So it's the Cavaliers now. And here's LeVert. No points so far. Pass to Okoro. That's tipped. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Wade. Oh, the coast-to-coast dunk.
And when Wade gets out on the break like that, he can still definitely rise up to the rim.
Cleveland has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's Rose. And again, it's Miami converting.
They began the play with active defense, and they finished the play with active offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It was a good possession all the way around.
And so it's the Miami Heat making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Ty Jerome, Marcus Morris out there with Okoro. Then there's Tristan Thompson, and it's Merrill in at the 2 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Thompson, no good.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Jerome. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Here's the great one, defended by Thompson. And the NBA adding a minimum amount of games played for major awards now. What do you think about that, Brent?
Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that everybody's going to have to reach a certain marker in order to be eligible. That keeps guys hungry, keeps guys wanting to be healthy and work through injuries and push themselves a little bit. It also forces teams to get their star players on the floor and do what they can to make sure that they're getting the production that they need from the guys that they're paying most. So I love the NBA adding that minimum amount of games for these awards to be handed out.
Here's Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Jerome. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. And it's the Heat with the ball. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one, and that'll launch a 4-game homestand for them. Hits the trifecta.
And Russell shot that one with confidence, something he does not lack.
The Cavaliers have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Merrill passes to Jerome. The ball's knocked loose. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And this is how you become a triple-double machine like Russell. You get the ball to the easy open shot.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A., playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
First team foul.
There are so many different ways to build a team, Brett. Making trades, you can use the draft, there's free agency. What do you think is the best route?
Well, B.A., the one critical thing that we need to talk about is what market are we in? And that will start to restrict the ways that, or enhance the ways that you can build your team. Those LA teams and the New York teams, it's probably free agency. Memphis, OKC, San Antonio, you absolutely have to hit home runs in the draft.
Wade, he's checked in for Okoro. And so Westbrook nails both of them.
Russell Westbrook just out there and focused, trying to find ways in which he can help out his team to secure any win.
Knocked loose. He buries it from 3.
Their transition defense has been porous. They're getting run over.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Morris with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. And so the ball out of bounds. Morris touched it last. Jordan with it. The 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Guarded by Morris. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, Brent, Durant is at the point of his career where we can discuss if he's one of the best ever.
I don't think that you could argue that. He certainly has all of the accolades, BA, All-Stars, titles, MVPs, Finals MVPs, on that 75th anniversary team. Just stack them all up. He's right there.
And as general manager of the Austin Spurs, how important is the G League when it comes to player development, Brent?
Well, it's such a learning ground, BA, for everybody, not just the players, but the coaching staff, the training staff, even game ops people that want to put the proper show on for the fans that show up to see the game. But for the players specifically, it gives them great experience that they're not going to get while in the NBA sitting on a bench somewhere. They're on the floor, they're getting great coaching, and they're developing their skills every day. So that G for us stands for growth.
The Great One, true on the 14-footer. The Great One's got 33 points.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and the blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Here's Jerome, pounded by Westbrook. Clock at 6. Here's Jerome, tipped, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Garland's checked in for the Cavaliers.
Darius Garland.
Miami has gone 4 of 4 from outside during the fourth. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
We've had some major international prospects of late. How difficult is it scouting players from outside the U.S., Brent?
Yeah, it's incredibly difficult just because the international game has such differences in the way not only the game is played, but the way the game is called and the production that happens in those games, BA, trying to translate that over to the NBA style, that's difficult. But rest assured, there are talented scouts, talented evaluators out there that have found the guys who have come to the United States, played in the NBA, and played at the highest level to earn the MVP award. Now that's saying something. Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And then Bryant with the dunk.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. In transition, here they come. Here's Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little going their way right now at either end of the floor.
Garland against Westbrook. Left block shot on the way. It's hauled in by the Great One. The Great One's got his 5th rebound in this one. And again, Miami with a triple.
And with his height, the defense unable to impact the shot on the closeout.
Westbrook against Garland. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. He goes up, and then Westbrook slams it in.
I mean, it is really like he's jumping off of a trampoline out there. Westbrook can do anything he wants when he gets up like that.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Garland, no good.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Here's the Great One. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Here's Garland. Under the new collective bargaining agreement, the all-NBA teams will now be positionless. What do you think about that, Brent?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, players that had the best seasons, and if it happens to be guard heavy or big heavy or wing heavy, so be it. The 15 best players are going to get the acknowledgement that all the hard work and all the consistency and what they put into the season, that's going to pay off.
Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Merrill. Tipped. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Allen's checked in. Guarded by Garland. And Miami again with the bucket.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Tipped away. Oh, it's stolen by Jordan. Beyond the arc. And the Heat, another three.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Here's Merrill. Oh, rejected by Jordan. And he's able to get it back. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Okoro is checked in for Strus. And with the new CBA, Brent, the league making things a little more challenging for the top spending teams.
Yeah, BA, is there a chance that big market teams become a little bit more frugal? Because above that $17.5 million apron, you lose the taxpayer mid-level. You can't shop the buyout market like you used to bolster a team that just needs maybe one veteran piece to finish off a season and put themselves in better position. There's definitely some trade restrictions that are going to keep teams from having some fluidity. So it's buyer beware, and the big spenders are going to have to be a little bit more careful.
Garland, the pass to Morris. Back to Garland. Shoots over Westbrook. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Shoots from 12. Oh, Jordan with the block. Guarded by Morris. Fires the three. And again, Miami with a triple.
Well, after hitting a three earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Garland. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Jordan, the pass to the great one. Back to Jordan. And there's another one for the Heat.
Credit the plays they're calling for. Getting him right now some good shots.
And you know, there's so much coaching turnover in the NBA, Brent. Why do you think that is?
If you examine, BA, some of those changes, look at the ownership changes that has happened within 2 or 3 seasons of a coach being released from his duties from a team. So these owners want to put into place maybe the style of play that they want from a different coach. And when that happens, it's about results And about those results being too immediate, it's causing a lot of change, and it makes that job a little bit more tenuous than it was in the past.
Here's the great one. Shot is up. And Miami again with the bucket.
They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Okoro. Garland against Westbrook. Allen on the wing. 6 to shoot. Morris outside. Blocked.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Heat.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And this is one of the best teams we have ever seen. 69 wins this year. Wow.
And they have to feel pretty good about themselves, taking the first 2 games of the season between these teams.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for the great one.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Here's Westbrook, and the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Bryant. And Miami again with the bucket.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebound.
So no problem for Miami as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Giannis, you knew coming into this game it was a big-time matchup. How locked in was this team tonight?
We came out tonight. We knew it was going to be a tough game. We played hard. We played together, and that's why we got the win. And I'm really proud of my teammates.
Well, the attention to detail was certainly there from the whole roster, and it led to this win tonight. Congratulations, Giannis.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.